Hello, I'm here today to do a journal share flip through of this kind of camping themed junk journal that will be listed in my Etsy shop if you're interested. On the front, so this was a regular lined paper journal, and I just kind of extended the spine by taking the center part out to make it a little bit wider. It's just under an inch. And I added some lace and some fabric and a vintage fabric yo-yo and some wooden buttons. And there are some printables in here that are from KBandFriends. And we've got a vintage soda label down here and journaling card. Some journaling spots up here and a bridge score card. This is a cookbook page, page from a Sears catalog, some vintage children's writing paper. This is from a handwritten, it was a church, I believe it was a church cookbook, and everybody had written a handwritten recipe, and then they had it printed several times. And a postcard. This is a playing card. Tuck. A scouting from a Boy Scouting book. This man is cooking some fish on his fry pan. And that's a page from a vintage desk calendar. Some printables from KBandFriends. This is an address from an old address book. I thought that this would be neat if you wanted to use this for a journal for somebody who was going off to camp somewhere. It would be fun to write the names and addresses, phone number of the people. If you didn't want to use it for that, you could just journal on it. And this is some flocked. This paper is flocked here, so it's got a really cool velvety texture to it if you want to make some pockets or journaling tags with that. This is a vintage photograph of a man coming out of his camper. Some of these are kind of cool, like campfire coffee, herb flavored peas and corn, but it was campfire cookery was the section, so they all kind of go in theme. This is a tuck here. And then this is from another cookbook, Tips for Chefs of the Great Outdoors. And some vintage ledger paper. There's a vintage envelope, a journaling card, and a folder note. This is a recipe to cook wild duck and another wild duck. This is an old photograph of some men with their catch of the day. And a fabric pocket here with some vintage trim. I tried not to use too much trim because I didn't want it to be too girly, but because it is an outdoor camping journal, but I did have to use a little bit. And then another tuck spot here with a vintage playing card. This is all about fire building. This, I just used a fabric hinge. I sewed the piece of fabric between the two pages so I could use the pages upright. And this is another KBandFriends printable. And another post-a-let. And a fabric pocket with some trim. This one is for skilled fried trout. The other half of that campfire cookery page. And this, I need to put a paper clip to hold this on, but this is just a little engagement sheet you could journal on. And this pocket in the back, there's a little recipe card and a postmaster label. This is just a piece of fabric that's sewn to some craft paper, and I thought that you could use it either, it's the right size to put as add another tuck to a page, or you could use it as a bookmark. If you punched a hole and put some fabric or some charms or something through there, then you could use it while you're working in it as a little bookmark. So that is the camping themed journal, and it will be listed in my Etsy shop sometime towards the end of this week. So let me know if you have any questions. This is just my little information. It does have 51 pages, 2 signatures, and it's 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then, like I said, a little less than an inch for the spine. So thank you, and I will be back with more to flip through. Have a good day.